In 2007, my neck was broken in a car crash. A C2 break just like Christopher Reeve, but I was back to work in a week. Philip took care of me immediately, from a distance.
First saved message sent Wednesday, December 19th, 2007 at 10:50 p.m. Urgent message.
Hello, doctor. I'm a friend of Tad. He's from Seattle, and Tad was in a very bad car accident. His car is on the median here. Tad asked me to call you and let you know what I'm seeing. For some reason, he has a bruise above his eye. He said his right arm is hurting him very much, and so is his right leg, and his left leg, and his left arm. His car is in the middle of the median. It's very badly bruised up. It was hit by a Jeep somehow, and they're putting him on a stretcher right now, and that they're bringing him to a hospital. They had to cut his clothing off. I don't know what kind of serious damage was done to him, but he's speaking, and he's really barely able to move. They're about to close up the doors. I think that he can't hear me anymore. He's in the ambulance now.
Clarity on both sides, right?
For starters, I was T-boned by an SUV at 40 miles an hour. He crushed my car. The window slammed against my head at 40 miles an hour, shattered the window, broke my neck. The firefighters had to cut me out of the car with the jaws of life. Policeman on the scene said that he was surprised I was not mashed potatoes. When I got to the ER, they ran me through all kinds of CTs, MRIs, and X-rays. In a follow-up visit, I asked the neurosurgeon, why did you run me through all these scans? And he says, no one comes out of an accident like that without multiple facial fractures, multiple skull fractures, torn tendons, significant brain bleeds, if not brain damage, and internal chest cavity injuries. And I had none of that. I did have a C2 break in the neck. Something else interesting. The neurosurgeon tells me I had the same C2 fracture as Christopher Reeve. And the only difference between Reeve and me was that Reeve's tendons gave out, mine held. And Reeve was Superman. He was an expert horseman, bodybuilder, and me. I worked on a computer all day. So Reeve was also in a coma for 3 weeks and quadriplegic for the rest of his life, a short one. I didn't even have a concussion. With a window shattering against my head at 40 miles an hour, no concussion. I was completely conscious the whole time. I was able to assess my injuries, fully possessed with the ability to give instructions for a phone call to be made to call in Philip Savage to help me. No pain. That's in the documents. No pain. Patient refused pain medication. The absence of injury to begin with was fantastic. It's beautiful not to be quadriplegic, not to have been in a coma, to have been fully conscious and no pain. It's beautiful. But beyond that, the prognosis after getting to the ER was 9 months to a year of full knitting of the bone, being in a neck collar for at least 6 months, and somewhere around the 6-month range, whether there'd be therapy or not. I didn't need any therapy at all for this neck.
On January 11th, 2010, 2 years after my almost fatal car crash, I was riding my bicycle home from work with a heavy pack on my back when I suddenly fell headfirst off the bike onto the pavement, flat on my face, breaking my nose and hand. The face and nose being directly in front of the neck, my chances of crippling, life-threatening damages were certain. All the doctors I had seen 2 years earlier repeatedly warned me to be very careful about stepping off a curb, meaning that one wrong move and I could be dead, or paralyzed for the rest of my life. Well, that didn't happen. I walked away from this bike crash with no pain, not even the slightest twinge in my neck, and went to work the next morning. 2 weeks later, I took the x-rays from this accident to my former neurosurgeon, Dr. Koo, to find out what might have happened to my neck. Dr. Koo was shocked and amazed and said that nothing, absolutely nothing, had happened to my old broken neck. He said it had healed up perfectly and was still perfect even though I had just smashed my face and broken my nose. He said the joint spacing was right, there was no tightness of tendons, my range of motion was great, and if he weren't my neurosurgeon 2 years before, he wouldn't even know from the current x-ray that my neck had ever been broken, and that was amazing. What a fantastic gift from Philip, who I then told Dr. Koo all about.